Welcome to Peter King's Training Camp Tour, presented by Die Hard Batteries and Advance Auto Parts. Peter King with NBC Sports, Costa Mesa, California, summer home of the Los Angeles Chargers. So a few things after watching the Chargers have a scrimmage against the Dallas Cowboys and an open practice against them here in Costa Mesa. You know, the biggest difference you're going to see in the Chargers this year, everybody wants to say it's Khalil Mack being the bookend on the right side to Mack on the right, Bosa on the left. And I think that certainly is going to be a big deal. But I believe the biggest difference in this team, and it's showing up so far in training camp, is what General Manager Tom Telesco did with the defensive front in adding Austin Joseph and Sebastian Joseph Day. I think Sebastian Joseph Day is going to be a really good space eater for the Chargers coming over from the Rams. And you know, they're just memories I have of Sebastian Joseph Day that anytime you heard Aaron Donald talk in the last 3 or 4 years, Joseph Day was hurt a little bit last year, but anytime you'd hear him talk, he would mention Sebastian Joseph Day, who I believe is one of the most underrated run stuffers in the NFL. He's a huge addition. Chargers allowed 4.7 a carry last year. They got ruined in the last game of the season against Vegas because they simply could not stop the run. Okay, so now what do you see in Khalil Mack right now? Talk to him after practice. Now remember, Khalil Mack is coming off foot surgery late last year. He missed 10 of the 17 games in Chicago. The first year he ever had a debilitating injury. And I asked him flat out, hey, listen, you're 31 years old. You know, I think people are wondering, is this the start of a decline for Khalil Mack? And he gave me a big smile and he says, I really hope people wonder that. So I think he's viewing this year, along with a coach he used to have in Chicago, Brandon Staley, to put him in position to really make big plays on that defense. Okay, the one other thing that I find really interesting about this team is that in the maturation of Justin Herbert and looking forward of what Justin Herbert's future is, the really big issue, I think, is next year when they have to negotiate a contract. And I think you are going to see, I mean, the Chargers aren't talking about it, nobody's talking about it, but I think you're going to see the Chargers not fall into line with the Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed contract. Most people I talk to around the NFL believe that the Chargers will view that contract as an outlier, the fully guaranteed $230 million contract. They don't have that kind of money to put into escrow to guarantee in a contract. So it's going to be an interesting story in a few months. But as for this year, Herbert's had a really good offseason. The biggest thing for Justin Herbert, he got Mike Williams back. He was a free agent, and they signed Mike Williams here before the gold rush of wide receivers. They signed him for reasonable money. So there's a lot going on here that I think is really positive. I'm thinking very seriously of picking the Chargers to win the West. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. In Costa Mesa, California, with the Chargers, I'm Peter King.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.